Okay. So, last time we played Silksong was, like I said, a few weeks ago. And we were doing attempts on a boss, the Last Judge. We did get to the second phase quite a few times. It's fiery. It's real fucking fiery. So there is going to be a lot of learning involved in that second phase of how to, like, not die to the fire. I feel like once you learn one move, then the next move just surprises you all over again, so it's fine. We'll figure it out. That's what the hope is for today, is to do some more Last Judge attempts. We do have other bosses. Zero just used the command in chat. Yes, we have the Moss Mommies, and we have Angry Round Boy in the Ant Chapel. I didn't bother looking up the real name of Angry Round Boy in the Ant Chapel because I feel like that name is pretty descriptive. And if we somehow got another flea or 2 or 3 or 4, we might be able to get the fleas to move on, which would allow us to do the Morwing fight. But for today, I think we're going to start with Last Judge. I am curious how many... Okay, we have enough shards. We have 300 shards, so that's good. That will get us some good throwing shit, if I can remember even how to use the buttons. You know what I mean, Jellybean? In fact... That's how you use them. Got it. Just needed to do a little memory refresh. Okay. I didn't mean to wake you up. I'm so sorry. It feels a little bit weird. I've been playing enough Animal Crossing that switching back to this controller now feels odd. Alright, well we might die to the first basic enemy in the game. And we might also die to the floor, the angry fucking floor. It's fine. Okay, that didn't go as terribly as I was expecting, based on the floor situation at the beginning there. Okay, good. Okay, I don't love walking into this boss fight straight off the bat with 2 health, okay? That's not great. Okay, well, LOL, we can heal. It'll be fine. Spoiler alert, it won't be fine. Good. Shit. I didn't hang onto the wall long enough. First trying what? 0? We're not gonna first try shit. Except maybe first try we'll definitely die. And that's okay. We're having fun. I've said this before. It's a privilege to get your ass handed to you by bosses in this game. No complaints. I don't think I would have the patience for this in every game. Chimney Christmas. But you know, Hollow Knight and Silksong are just built different. How? Okay. Fuck off. I don't know how we didn't get hit by that, to be honest. Okay, not our worst run back, not our worst run back. Also, me dying right next to the door is pretty dope. Hi, Loopy! Ah! I didn't slide slow enough. It's my fault. At some point I'm gonna have to learn how to hit this boss so that I can fucking heal, you know? Or I guess we just do this hitless, which LOL. That seems like a problem. Loopy, how's your weekend going? Okay, mace to the face. I don't know if that's what we call that weapon, but it rhymed, so I'm calling it that for the sake of the rhyme. Please understand. I disagree that sometimes I can jump that boss and sometimes I can't. Feels rude. Not boss, enemy. Okay, I guess we're dying out here. Good. In non-death related news, I did post about this in the Discord yesterday, but in case somebody didn't see it, Crimbo and I did some mic testing last night because I got a second microphone to use upstairs so that we can start recording Let's Plays for YouTube. I could obviously record them down here, but when I have headaches as often as I do, it seems a little... It made sense to me anyway, to have a setup that I could use while feeling a little not myself from the comfort of bed. So we have done that. And yeah, it went really well. So I got a second microphone. It's set up upstairs in the bedroom so that we can do like 90-minute recordings of puzzly kind of games as collabs. They're not necessarily games that are meant to be collabs. We're actually going to start with Outer Wilds. But they are games that would be bad to play on stream because the backseating would be horrendous. Which is not just annoying for the streamers, it's also annoying for chat too, so hopefully by posting these on YouTube, we can just ignore the backseating. Maybe get somebody who will read the comments for us so we don't get spoiled. Top of the morning, Thread. Thread, I'm so sorry that I didn't leave a little note on your island when we did our island tours recently. I almost fucked that up really badly. I am drinking out of a large-ass Stanley water bottle today, like one of those 40-ounce ones. And I know it makes a terrible sound when I put it back on the desk. So I'm going to try and mute and unmute when I take a drink. But out of habit, I went to go push a button on the stream deck while I was in the middle of stream, and the only button I really press while I'm streaming is the end stream button. So I almost just... And all of my like buttons are in pairs, like start and end stream, mute and unmute. Almost just ended stream, like 20 minutes in, lol. Done nothing but weep inconsolably. I understand. No, I do feel bad about that though. I will, oh yeah, also, speaking of Animal Crossing things, thank you for the gold roses. I have not, and the blue roses. I have not done anything with them, and like I put them in the ground, but I have not made friends of them yet in terms of making more, because I think I would like to add some blue roses to my cool toned flower island. So, and then I'm not sure where I want to put the gold ones yet, but I want to have like a moment with them. So I'm very excited. Z, hi cutie, what have you been up to lately? Gold one doesn't reproduce. Yeah, but I was like, okay, I assumed that, but I do have like a little rose garden that I think I showed y'all that like I gave up on because I forgot to go look up the article that tells you how to do it. So I am hoping to get more friends for the gold one, but they would be made by me. I do understand that. Wondering where the fuff January is gone. I've been unlearning how to speak. I'm pretty successful at it, I would say. And, yeah, I'm not entirely sure where my January went either. Gonna be real with you. I think I've streamed, like, 4 times total somehow, which is horrible. Did have a lot of headaches. But I think we're maybe making progress on solving that as well. I'm standing still because I can't talk and do this boss fight at the same time. I went to an eye exam and they confirmed that my eyes are lovely, but I might be having migraine auras. So I already have an appointment scheduled for the end of March with my primary care doctor, and I will ask her then what we need to do to sort out what I've been calling them headaches. I do have migraines as well, but I didn't realize that maybe some of my headaches are actually migraines. So the 5-star island is the only hard requirement for gold roses. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, I've had 5-star for a very long time. All of my little lily things are, well, most of them anyway, are just sitting in storage because I don't know what to do with those either. Kind of wish they would stop giving those to you, to be honest. Like, or maybe have a separate island where I could put them all. Maybe I could just make a dream island that's nothing but, like, fancy flowers. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me twice because you fucking blocked my cool needly thing. Ah! This boss is so scary. No! Don't hit me. Well, I wonder if you can get inside and be right on top of the boss and miss that swirly Madoo move. Interesting idea, interesting idea. Yeah, swirly Medusa. Oh shit, we're in phase 2. Shit just got hot. I can tell! Fuck you! Oh, I walked into the boss. I panicked and I walked into the boss. That was unhelpful. Man, that second phase is scary as fuck though. Golden watering can is required? Yeah, I have the golden watering can. I have all the golden tools is. I was following, like I said, an article of like how to lay out the roses so that you can like, I think you had to like start them from little seedlings. And put them in a certain order and then mix and match them, and I don't know, I got partway through that and then just stopped playing the game entirely. So that was unhelpful. I love when that guy just jumps to his death. That is actually the most helpful thing he could do. Ooh, flower genetic system is simultaneously very cool and just a lot. Yeah! It's the kind of thing that, like, I personally don't feel like I need to figure out for myself. You know, like, I don't mind looking that up. I'm not going to feel, like, less of a gamer because- whoa. Because I used a guide for it, you know? Same with, like, the paintings. Like, I just- that's not fun for me. I don't mind buying the paintings from Red every day and just taking a gamble on like one of them. That doesn't bother me. But like when his little ship shows up or whatever, I'm not gonna waste the opportunity that I have in front of me to like gamble on getting a fucking duplicate of something I already have or a fake of something if I can avoid it. So yeah, I'm just gonna look that up. That's one of those games that, like, I'm playing that game in the way that is fun for me. Which is one of the nice things about, like, not usually streaming it, you know? I think I unmuted too early. But yeah, I need to do some flower stuff. I need to do something about that giant flower on my island that doesn't make any sense where it is. Just have a little maintenance things to do here and there. Same with another thing, like the turnips or whatever. I bought one stack of turnips, whatever turns into like 10 turnips. I think it's like 100 or 1,000. I'm not really sure what the number is. I guess it's 100. Question mark? I don't actually remember. But I had... I guess it must have been 1,000. I've now gaslit myself on that. Anyway, the number says 10, and it's in your inventory, and it takes up 1 slot. I bought that many turnips this week, and then I put in as many turnip prices as I could catch that I actually remembered to grab, and paid attention just enough to know that I was going to have a big spike this week, and that was it. It's 100, okay. Usually look them up at Red as a stinky bastard. Man, it always gives me fake, so I have learned them pretty well. You've been at the Red game longer than I have, for sure. This boss is so cool. I wish I were... Hey. I wish I could learn the second phase. We will, we will. We got hours. Oops! I dashed too early. That was rude. I was really trying not to hit that thing, and then I just kind of did. Terrible. I jumped! I was too slow. I saw it too late. The art grind is real. Yeah. I did just get, Van Gogh's Starry Night painting from my museum. Feels good, feels good. It went right next to the, like, sunflower painting, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was one of my red on the boat purchases. I got the statue of David from Harv's Island yesterday. But I haven't had a chance to take it in to see if it's real or not. I already have whatever the other statue was, so I've just been buying from the second slot all week. Be cool if I could learn this run back a little bit better. Or beat the boss and never have to do the run back again, eh? That would also be cool. He's holding a book. Interesting. I would love to say that I would have noticed that, but like, who's to say? I unmuted at the correct time this time. Feels good. So yeah, that'd be an exciting one to have added to the museum for sure. Because I don't have that one. Also, I do desperately need to go through my inventory and find all the fakes that I've been putting in my inventory and throw them away. But like, I have real life chores to do. The in-game chores can definitely wait. I did have Celeste on my island the other night, so at least I got a new recipe. Yeah, I would like to say that that's always been the case for me, putting real life first, but I'm a dissociating kind of bitch. So I wanted to figure out how to hit this person, this lovely judge, instead of always using consumables. That would have been a good spot, actually. Okay, well, we learned a thing. That was a learning death. Helps you remember it, yeah. I'm doing so much better on the dissociating front thanks to some wonderful work in therapy with Ashley, my therapist. Let's go, Ashley. We're learning to be curious about uncomfortable feelings instead of just running away from them. Could you get up on this shelf, please? Thank you. Not the worst. I don't know how we made that last jump there. Introspection may suck, but it is incredibly important. Yeah, I think I just was so ill-equipped for what to do when I felt an uncomfortable feeling that I just left the planet rather than deal with, like, not physically, but, you know, mentally left the planet. As a coping mechanism. Hello? So, and it takes a lot of practice even once you've got like the skill set for like what to do with uncomfortable feelings. It takes a lot of practice to not just revert back to your most familiar coping mechanism for sure. Video games weren't usually my go-to, except maybe The Sims. Doesn't help to hit the boss if you also get hit by the boss skirts. Music in this fight is so good. I wish I were able to pay a little bit more attention to it. Uh-oh. I walked into it. I was safe if I hadn't walked into it. I landed on the boss. I landed on the boss. I landed on the boss. Phase 2 is just so unknown to me. Also, we're pretty quickly gonna have to go. If I don't learn to start hitting the boss with my own little needle you need. Let's go! Mean fire mommy indeed. Oh shit, do I have my new pen? It's not like that. I have a different new pen. No, I think it's upstairs. Rude. Tyler, thank you for the 20 whole months. Huge. Oh, that was weird. You didn't hear that noise, but I just heard a noise and I was like, what the fuck is that sound? And it was we reached our daily sub goal. I forgot that was even a thing because I just have been so bad at streaming. We're gonna go with the white cat ears today. I feel like I'm too tall on stream for some reason. Is my camera sinking? Who knows? Anyway, thanks for the subs. Your black rose showed up and some ink. Gotta wait till tomorrow. No. There was a black rose, I'm sure you saw, in the Atlas fountain pen experienced pen sale, and I thought about going for it. In fact, I might have put a claim in for it. I think it was a medium nib. Once I decided that pen kind of looked like it belonged to piano players, I kind of decided that I need to have it someday. Oh yeah, Thrid, while your lovely wife is around, would you mind asking her if we could someday have a tour of her home on the island? If the answer is no, that is totally okay. But I would like her to know that there was interest in that. Sail was a wild ride. Yeah, it was a wild ride. There's a fountain pen, well, not just fountain pen, there's a stationery store in Chicago called Atlas. And once a month they do something called the Experienced Pen Sale, and it's basically just used fountain pens, as in like they were purchased by somebody and then that person immediately turned around and returned it, right? Like it was within a very short amount of time. It wasn't used for years. It was just like somebody got the pen and they're like, ew, it's scratchy, and they send it back. So you can get these like $1,200 pens for, you know, $700, or you can get a $200 pen for $100 or something like that. And all of them are under manufacturer's warranty still, so if there's actually an issue with them, you can get it fixed. But most of the time, there's not really an issue. It's just that somebody changed their mind about the pen and made up a reason for it. So it's kind of fun, but they host it on like YouTube and do a big stream out of it, and then like have everybody do their claims in Discord, and it's just a fucking nightmare with people not actually reading the rules. You're supposed to wait until somebody posts a green circle emote in the Discord as like your green light that you can actually start like hoping that you can claim it. And people just don't wait, and then they get a strike, and then we have to do the listing all over again, and it's like... It's about as fun as trying to get Twitch chat to follow rules, you know? Like, it's just... Sometimes it works and sometimes it fucking doesn't. Wolf says she doesn't know what's in her Animal Crossing house, but we are free to poke around in there. Okay. Well, and if she would rather that we wait until, like, a time when she feels like sprucing it up, that's totally okay, too. I get that. But that would be very fun. It is, there's something interesting about going back to an Animal Crossing house that hasn't been touched in a while, because it's such an interesting, like, time capsule of who you were X number of years ago, you know, and, like, what your style was. You know, like, Hadvo was saying that with his house, you know, about, like, how he had been, you know, in college when he decorated some of those rooms. And... when some of the rooms in my house haven't been touched since I originally set them up. And I don't know what my intention was. You know what I mean? It's like, I am so disconnected from that person, whoever she was. She seems like a great gal. But I don't know her, you know? Totally fine. Probably just gonna log on and squish the cockroaches. Okay. Well, we'll plan that for the next one. I think we'll give everybody a few weeks to, like, make whatever changes they want to on their island. And then just, like, do a little casual hangout. It doesn't have to be a structured, like, tour thing. We can also see when, like, next, like, bug tournament or fish tournament would be, because that'd be kind of fun, too. To, like, have a reason to go bop around on everybody's islands, or just pick one island and go hang out there. I will say, if anybody has a meteor shower, feel free to post about it on the Discord as well. Because your girl needs some stars. Good! Good start running into the weapon. Okay, proud of myself. I was able to get a heal without having to smack my stuff open. That's progress. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti. Man, that happens so fast after she lands. Happens so fast after everything's so fast in part 2. Quaint. Hi, I feel like we haven't seen each other in ages. My fault, my fault. Hope you're doing well. You have one heart pond. That's it for the pond fish. Trying to get some fish and just don't have the specific water areas. Oh, yeah, yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's annoying as fuck. I did actually land on one of Kappa's islands, I think yesterday. And it was in a different season. It was definitely in fall. So I got some, like... I got some acorns and mushrooms and stuff like that, which was pretty cool. And unfortunately I couldn't find any, because I am missing some bugs, and they're the palm tree bugs. And I wish I would have remembered to do, I think it was Thrid's trick, where you bring a bunch of fucking palm trees to the island and then just wait it out. But I didn't really have time. To do that. The palm tree bugs are the fucking worst, Anna. I fucking can't. I fucking can't. Don't know what counts as a cliff top, but got not much there either. Interesting. Hi, Easter Marlin. Are you, not a Silksong fan? Lord Almighty. Okay, we made it back to the boss room. Huge. Huge! Anna clutched out the lobster today for the last day in April. Let's go. You have beaten it, not sure if you're a fan. Okay. Totally fair. Are you a Hollow Knight fan? Or not so much? I have played Hollow Knight and I got 106% on it. Absolutely love that game. This game is kicking my ass in comparison. Like, we're 80 something hours in and haven't even beaten the first act yet. Hollow Knight's phenomenal. Okay, so you are a Hollow Knight fan. Interesting that you didn't like this one. They are different. I will agree on that. But yeah, this game is just absolutely kicking my butt in comparison. It's not like I was great at Hollow Knight, but I am like dog shit at this game. So be prepared. We're gonna be stuck on this game for a fucking while. Introduced so many problems with this one. I'm bummed that you feel that way. My only problem with it is that it's too difficult for me. I love the characters and the music and the design and all the rest of it. I'm struggling. I was interested in the Animal Crossing session, but I didn't have time this week. Also, still haven't opened the game since 2023. Oh, Quaint! I would love to have you be part of that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're planning to do them, I don't know, probably monthly-ish, I would say, because I also want to do a monthly golf with friends on the Discord. So there will be more Animal Crossing stuff. I just think it's a really fun way to hang out. And it's like so low-key and chill. So that's the plan. First we gotta focus on the task at hand, though, which is beating the large boss. You don't get to do that move twice in a row. That's rude. You don't get to do that move twice in a row either. No move repeating. That's illegal. I almost landed on that. Oh, shit. Okay, phase 2 gets fiery, and this is where we're really fucking this up, by the way. Shit. I don't know what to do about that one yet. This is the longest we've lasted in phase 2, but not for long if I keep doing that. Fuck me. Ah, there was nowhere to go. Okay, jumping over is fine. I just can't jump that far. Okay, we're learning this. If they took the damage down and added more benches, it would fix all the problem, or maybe I'm just bad at games. This game is just so significantly harder than Hollow Knight. Like, no two ways around it. Coming from somebody who is kind of new at gaming-ish, you know, like I've been playing for a year and a half now, the difficulty jump between the two games is crazy. So I wouldn't mind if they added a Hollow Knight mode. I'm not going to call it an easy mode. I wouldn't mind if they added a Hollow Knight mode where we just, yeah, had some more benches. and did single damage. Games where you can die, yes. I used to play The Sims, but I wouldn't count that as the same kind of game. We started in June of 2024 as Hollow Knight was my first game. I never stuck with any games that were difficult before. I would just get frustrated and quit after like 10 minutes. Honestly, Twitch got me into it. And a friend of mine, well, she's a friend now. It was somebody who was playing a Hollow Knight playthrough on YouTube. I was like, that game looks cute as heck. I want to play that game. And I knew that I would like streaming. I do moderate for Lil Aggie, who's one of the... He's like plays Elden Ring and other Souls games. So having hung out in that community for a while, I was like, I think I'm really gonna like being on Twitch. So just kind of did it. But I would, if I had started with this game, I'm not sure I would have lasted quite as long. This is definitely testing my patience. Like, Jiminy Christmas, why is the floor so mad? Whew. But I love it, and I've been doing Metroidvanias ever since. So we started with Hollow Knight, also did the Prince of Persia one. The Blasphemous games. I love that every time I try to remember what we played. Never been more angry while playing games than with this. Yeah. That checks out. Tunic! We did play Tunic. I learned after the fact that that's not actually considered a Metroidvania. It's considered a Zelda-like, which I didn't know was a different category. But it feels Metroidvania adjacent. It was definitely fun. I enjoyed that game. It was very puzzly. It's not even that, it's the way that you navigate the world so that there are like areas of it that you never need to go back to. Like a Metroidvania, it's not like you're ever truly done with an area. But like Tunic had a lot of more like dungeons, was how it was described. Where there were areas where you could go in and shit. Because you can have... I don't think there's a requirement that a Metroidvania has to be 2D. It's more the navigation of it that was the problem for Tunic. But yeah, that set that apart as an interesting thing to me, that like Zelda is slightly different. Also, you were, I guess, unlocking abilities throughout, and you couldn't go back to certain areas without those abilities or whatever, but it did feel different than the other Metroidvanias we played. Christmas. Memories in Orbit? Ooh, tell me about it. I don't know that game. That's the one thing with like not having been a gamer for very long, is like I don't know shit about so many games. I've actually subscribed to the Game Informer magazine to like learn shit. Twitch ads are insane, I would agree. Someday, when this stream is larger, I'll be able to open up the YouTube chat so that people can go watch on the YouTube stream. I mean, we have a YouTube stream, but I won't be able to see the messages over there. Mio! Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. I didn't realize it was called Memories in Orbit. Mio. I have seen the, like, trailers for that. That looks so good. In fact, there was just an article in Polygon about it, about how they were originally supposed to release on the exact same day as Silksong on September 4th, my birthday. And then they had an unexpected delay, and they're so grateful that they had that, so because they would have gotten stomped by Silksong. I'm so glad that they're getting their own moment in the spotlight. Drillbug says hello. Yes. It's so good. Okay, I'm putting it on my list. I have 1,000 games to play. I'm supposed to be playing, after Silksong, I'm supposed to play all 3 Dark Souls games and Elden Ring. But I may have to start splitting up my content in the week and doing, like, super scary Fridays, and that's when I'll play Souls games. Or Souls Saturdays or something. You hate Souls likes? Because I moderate for the Souls community, there is a large amount of interest in seeing me fail at those games. And to be honest, I'm excited to see myself fail at those games too. They're not going to become games that I replay over and over, I don't think, but I know a shocking amount about Elden Ring because I'm so involved in that community, and I think it'll be really funny to, like, bump into characters that I've seen over and over again and be like, oh my gosh, it's you! It's the Turtle Pope. Can I get your fucking autograph? Alright, we're writing down Metroidvania, Mio. And maybe we'll, I don't know, Metroidvania Mondays? We'll try something new on I think I'm gonna get stuck in Silksong for the next 2 years, and I have other games I want to play, so we're gonna have to figure that out. So fun to watch, hate to play. That's so valid. So valid. I have that feeling about, like, challenge runs of things. I don't think I would, because I'm so new, I don't think I would have any fun playing, like, a challenge run of even, like, Hollow Knight, right? Like, someday I would love to do a speed run of it, or a speed run attempts, and I would love to do a rained out run of it eventually. But for the most part, I prefer to watch people do this. What if you're a Souls master and you don't even know it? Dude, I was watching Mitch play through, Mitch Riz play through AI Limit recently. Oh shit, we're running out of shell shards. I just realized we don't have all of our tools filled up. But he was playing through AI Limit and was saying it was easier than DS2. No, it was harder than DS2. The DS2 was super easy by comparison. And I've heard some people say that, like, compared to the other games we've tried, like Nine Souls, that, like, some of the Dark Souls games might actually seem easy to me. I don't think that's going to be true, but I think it's a cute idea. You know what I mean? I think people are just trying to hype me up to play them. DS2 is weird, easy, and hard applied differently to that one. I mean, it does seem like the oddball out of the bunch, for sure. There's another Metroidvania that's on my list that I really want to play. I think it's called Symphonia. It's like a music-related Metroidvania. Shit. That was such a dumb move. You jumping or what, babe? That thing where she does like 6 little like hippie hops before doing a full hop. Alright, we're officially out of throwing knives. Ow! But we're not out of these things. Come jump over here. It'll be fun, I swear. No! Nowhere to go! Oh, no, you did get hit by it. Good. Music is just so good. Oh my gosh. Good news for me, because we will be hearing it for the rest of time. Aww. Okay. We kind of figured that out. And then we didn't figure out that move. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Loki, Silksong was harder than most of Elden Ring. Interesting. If that's true, maybe I should give Elden Ring another shot. Honestly, I've had a lot of people tell me I should start with that one just because it's open world, so there's a lot more opportunity to go, like, over level. Not, like, extreme over leveling. But it's a little less walled off than, like, Silksong is, for example. Where I don't think there's anything we can do about our damage right this very second. We are out of fucking throwables, though, so that's a problem. Guess it's time to go farm some fucking shell shards. A classic part of the boss fight experience. Love me a bombastic brass piece. Great use of bombastic. Yeah, I hope nobody has a shellfish allergy. Oh, you did mean shell farm. Sorry, I just like automatically. You know what? I went to the wrong fucking. I went to the wrong thing. Let's try that again. It would be pretty dope, actually. We were talking earlier about having a crossover between Animal Crossing and Silksong, where it's just like a little island full of bugs. I personally would enjoy the shit out of that. But also, if we could just grow shell shards in an actual farm, that would be very relaxing. Yeah, animal song. I was gonna say Bug Island, just because it a little bit sounds like Love Island, the TV show. I don't watch that, but I know it's popular. Good use of the hum emote. That is one of my favorite emotes of all time. I feel like Elden Ring's a good starting point because it's just slightly more forgiving because you can go almost anywhere, but it can also be vast and overwhelming. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. We talked about this in a recent collab stream where I was collabing with Chrono Gem. He plays Elden Ring, right? Like as his go-to game. And so I had to ask the question, because I've watched hundreds of hours of Elden Ring at this point. And every time somebody like comes to the initial starting area and like goes into, I guess, who's the guy who's standing up there? Vare? But they like start into the game, they get past the tutorial boss, they come out of the little cave, and they're in the open world. And all of them just like walk off of a cliff. And I'm like, is there a way to get off of that cliff? Like normally? And he's like, oh yeah, there's like a path you can walk down, but nobody takes it because it's longer. You just like walk off this cliff. And I'm realizing like everybody that I watch play that game is a challenge runner to some degree. I'm going to have the worst time navigating that game how it's supposed to be played, and all I'm gonna know is like the speedrun tech. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have no idea how to actually play that game. I'll be doing skips by accident. That actually happened to me when I was playing Hollow Knight. We got to White Palace, and I'd seen a few people do White Palace, but only as speedruns, and I kept trying to go the fucking speedrun way. Thankfully, Sfine was in chat and was like, girl, you're a fucking idiot. You can just go this way, and it's so much easier. Oops. I still need to go back and do Path of Pain, too. Maybe after this game, because this game really forces you to learn how to pogo, maybe I'll be able to do Path of Pain after finishing this game. That'd be a pretty cool bonus from that. For me, Elden Ring scratched a slightly different itch than the Dark Souls games. Love the feeling of being able to wander in any direction. Yeah, that also came up in Mitch's stream recently because they were talking about like the two different ways you can do an open world, where like you can either make it truly open so that you can go any place at any time, and the enemies like scale as you level up. Like the enemies just get harder as you get stronger. But you could go to a Caelid and they would be, you know, level 2 because you're level 2. Or there's more like the World of Warcraft / Elden Ring approach where you can't go anywhere, but you will get your ass kicked if you go there too early. So instead you have the challenge of like finding the area of the map that is most appropriately difficult for the level that you are. And you get to choose like how much of a challenge you're up for. I wish I liked Elden Ring more than I do. I got my platinum and basically quit. Girl, I don't think I knew that you had ever played. Gonna be real with you. I love how much crossover we have in our worlds, and it just keeps unfolding. In fact, I laughed so hard when I saw you in the fucking YouTube chat for that pen auction. I was like, we are literally everywhere together. I don't know how we went so long without meeting each other. Because we're in all the same places. It's lovely. You started as a Souls player. Holy shit, why did I not know that? Every day you fucking learn something new. First game was Bloodborne. Ooh, that one looks so good. Although the very starting area of Bloodborne, this is a me problem. It looks so much like Lies of P and I can't get past it. Lies of P came second, I do know that, but I watched Lies of P first. And then I finally got around to watching somebody play Bloodborne. There aren't as many people in the Souls community playing Bloodborne just because of the limitations of it not being on PC. Yeah, and like I had heard that all while I was like watching Lies of P of like, wow, that's so inspired by Bloodborne and like so like very like I got a lot of inspiration from it. And from all the Souls games. And you can see it. I could see all the other inspiration in it. I just hadn't watched Bloodborne all the way through yet. I kept catching the very beginning of Bloodborne and also then the Orphan of Cause fight. So like, that's all I'd seen of it for years. But now I can definitely see the influence and it's very cool. I don't have the shard thing equipped. Shit. Thank you for saying that, Anna. Bloodborne is your goat, Thread. Is that your all-time... Is it your favorite Souls game or favorite game? I don't think we've ever asked what is your favorite game in this chat. But if you want to tell me what your favorite game is, I'm all ears. Thank you for the reminder, though. Let's fix our tools. This one needs to be this one, and this one needs to be this one. Our farming things. Thanks. Recipe was a love letter to Bloodborne. I can so see that. I really can. Favorite game is Final Fantasy IV? On SNES? Huge. I have not ever played a single Final... Well, I mean, this is not news to you because I did just say I haven't played video games before. But I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I like Final Fantasy VI better. What's the one that Audrey plays? Is that 14? I don't know why I just left that shard sitting there when we are like on a mission to get shards. Top 5. Bloodborne, Hollow Knight, Thymesia. Such a fun fucking speedrun game. Oh my gosh, the Scoot. I know my nickname is Scoots, but like the Scoots in Thymesia were top tier. Oh my gosh, watching the speedruns of that game was so fun. I was thinking about that with the AI limit because they have like a super dodge and AI limit that reminds me of the Thymesia Scoot. Boot and Scoot. Thymesia and Liza P tied for 3rd and 4th, and then Hellblade. I've never heard of Hellblade. 14 is the MMO. 6 is more liked, but 4 is your childhood game. I didn't even know, I'll be so for real with you, I didn't even know that there was a Final Fantasy for SNES. That's how out of the loop I am and how long I've been out of the loop. So what are the Final Fantasy games like that aren't MMOs? Like, are they story-based, combat-based? Like, what's the vibe? Damn, I didn't realize that franchise was that old. I mean, I should have, because, like, they're on 14 plus. So, like, what's the most recent Final Fantasy number? You've 100% of Thymesia on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. Amanda, have you ever done the speedrun of it or watched a speedrun of it? How do I request this as a future stream? Because I would be there with rings on my fingers and bells on my toes. Only like 2 are MMOs. 16. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, it makes sense if they're up to 16, though, that they would have had to start. Like, they didn't start in, like, the PS5 era, right? Obviously. I just didn't realize that they went back that far. That's crazy. JRPGs, heavy emphasis on story and characters. Interesting. That sounds like a fun one to do, as a Let's Play rather than a stream game. Because I'm such a yappy streamer, I tend to stay away from games that are also kind of yappy. Too much competition, you understand. I don't need a game that's funnier than I am. But since Crimbo and I are looking to do some offline Let's Play stuff, I might actually add some Let's Plays that aren't collabs in there too. Oh, Dragon Quest, okay. Still gets flashbacks of Defiled Army, lol. They have a long runtime, like 100+ hours each. Okay, well, okay. Okay. You know who else did a playthrough that was like that? Our beloved Ola! Who actually inspired me to stream. She's the reason that I'm streaming, because her Hollow Knight playthrough on YouTube is fantastic. She also has a YouTube Let's Play of Red Dead Redemption 2 that is... I binged that. It's like 70-something episodes long, and each episode is like an hour and a half to 2 hours. That's a long fucking game with a lot of dialogue and story shit. And it was one of the best playthroughs I've ever watched. Oh, that's me. I just typed that in there. It's a joke. She has something in her bio about cloacas. She's a nurse. You can ignore that part or find it fascinating. It's up to you. But she's a really good streamer and Let's Play creator. Like I was saying, the Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough like kind of changed my life a little bit. I can't stop thinking about that game. So, but if she can make it through 75+ episodes of Red Dead Redemption 2, maybe I could make it through 75 plus episodes of a Final Fantasy game. Oh, that's true. It might be difficult to actually... Alright, well, we'll rethink that. Ooh. Speaking of fun people to check out, Easter, are you at all into Hollow Knight rando runs and stuff like that? If I owned a legal copy of the game, I would have no qualms about figuring out an emulator thing just to make it work on stream. Are you new to Twitch? Okay, this is a YouTube channel rec, though. Also, welcome. Okay, if you like Hollow Knight, though, and if you're up for it, this is a link to a playlist of Quinbo Bin doing a randomizer run of Hollow Knight, and it is one of the funniest things I've ever watched, because every bug not only gets randomized with any other bug in the game, you can have 3 radiances in the same room, but they also take on the size of whatever the original bug was. So, like, you could have the big boys become the little boys become the big boys. It just tickles me so fucking much. It's crazy. And this poor man kept getting Enraged Guardian in, like, every fucking room. Like, you would just turn around and there's another fucking Enraged Guardian just blasting you to smithereens from across the room. It was really fun to watch. So if you're looking for content to while away the time, can highly recommend that. Unfortunately, I don't think he ever finished it. He got, like, pretty close to the end of the randomizer run and got distracted by a new Zelda game, I think. It's so good. I hope you like it. He's also been doing some interesting Silksong content where, like, every time he beats a boss, he has to draw a Hollow Knight boss from memory or something like that. I don't know. And he does a lot of interesting Zelda content too. But the Hollow Knight rando run is just, like, legendary to me. Someday, if I'm good enough at the game, I'd like to try that mod. Alright, where are we at with shell shards, by the way? That's not the button I wanted to press. 81! Oh my gosh, we're gonna be here for a minute. Trying to get to 300 before we go back. Never played Final Fantasy 15 and 16, but some of my buddies have and they loved them. Okay. So would those be better ones to do like a let's play of, or are they also very long? Crimbo and I do have Baldur's Gate 3 on our list of potential let's play games that we would do collabs of. I've heard E33 is amazing. I mean, like, it did win like 700 awards, so that checks out. We just haven't had time to try it because I haven't been streaming as much with headaches and such. So it's just taking forever. Also, Silksong is just taking forever anyway. I could buy some shard bundles. Solid point, solid point. Do we know? It's like 50 shards. Do you know how many dollars that costs, Anna? They're also very long. Okay. Maybe I'll have to I'll have to come up with an idea of how long I want the games to be. We know how long Outer Wilds is gonna take. I don't want to look up anything about it because, like, it's one of those games where they tell you, go in blind, the less you know about Outer Wilds, the better. $80? Okay. So we're trying to do like 90-minute segments of it. That is going to take a while. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, okay, okay. Oh, for the shard bundles. Sorry. Sorry. I asked 2 different questions and then associated the answer with the wrong question. That was my fault entirely. Okay. 80 for the shard bundle, got it. So we could definitely go buy some. Yeah, I fucked up that answer. Sorry. Sorry? Maybe 20-ish? Okay, that's definitely not so bad. That definitely, I feel like 20 is a good length for a let's play that's split up into 90-minute. Chapters. Spent more time with it, but that included the DLC, which was of a similar length as the main game. Okay. Quaint, do you feel like the DLC was worth doing? Or is that one of those only bother with it, like if you love the game, you'll want to do it anyway? I'm actually a little bit nervous about that game because it's been hyped so fucking much. And it's just so hard for things to live up to the hype. Stop it. Stop pressing every button incorrectly. You know what? Let's go see how many shell shards we can buy. Because we do get a lot more rosaries than shards in that area. Hi cutie patootie! Would you like a little song? I'm sorry, but playing the little needle in is the best part of this game, hands down. Damn good game. I do think some people overhype it, but it's very good. I like the DLC a lot in the end, but I recommend finishing the base game first. Okay. Okay. We'll see how it goes. We'll also see how it's received too, I guess. You know, like if people hate our playthrough, then probably will not continue with the DLC. But if there's like a clamoring for it, you know, that's different. Will you get out of the way, little flying dude? While we're listing our very small complaints about Silksong, the flying enemies are the fucking worst. I don't have my fucking... compass on because I took it off to put the other charms on. Good. Let's fix that. Craws live rent-free in your head. I forgot how long we spent in Chicago. That was a pretty bad. Speaking of which, Zero used the cities command at the beginning of stream, and I realized we haven't been able to add any cities for a while because I haven't made any progress. Feels bad, man. No. Okay. I've lost my mind. I am so far away from where I needed to be. That's hilarious. Can you all fuck off, please? Very proud of Slabberdine. I am also proud of that. That's well, proud of you for that, rather. That was very good. Sorry for the dog. It's her birthday today. She's 10. Bjork indeed. Floopy! Floopy, floopy, floop. Where are Floop? I hope you're doing great. What have you been up to this weekend? Okay, so it costs 50. And how many do you get? Oh, you get 80 shell shards for 50 bucks? Huge. Let's use up the rest of our money in that, because we have plenty of money that's, like, strung up already. Oh, this is to get our shit back, right? This is the EG equivalent in this game. I forgot. Yeah, we did swap the numbers. It's fine. We swapped them. I came in here expecting a worse deal than what I got, so that was pretty exciting, actually. How many of these fuckers can we have? This is also kind of nice because you're limited on how many you can actually carry that aren't in a bundle, and this, like, is a nice workaround for that. Dog is currently looking around urgently trying to figure out where the Bjorking is coming from. Coming from inside the house, unfortunately. Speaking of which, sad news. Our neighbor, well, sad news for our neighbor. Our neighbor has 2 dogs, or had 2 dogs rather, Duke and Duchess. And Duke was the older dog, and Duchess was his much younger little sister. Duchess hates our dog. Like, just straight up. Duke hated whenever Duchess would get upset. So, if all 3 dogs were in backyards at the same time, even with a fence, Sydney would go out there, Duchess would start barking about it, and Duke would start eating Duchess's ears. It was a bad, and then our dog obviously just always barks. It was a bad combo. Anyway, Duke had to be put down recently due to old age diseases. And so there is no more ear biting involved, but there is somehow a similar amount of barking involved, and I don't understand the math on that. You've made a Minecraft world with your housemates? Sorry, I didn't read that message. I read it, but I didn't say it out loud. That's so cool! Are you also in the Crimbo Minecraft world? I don't know anything about Minecraft. Well, that's not entirely true. I don't... know a lot about Minecraft. We're back for our fight. Same mod pack? You're in that one too, okay. I desperately wish, because Minecraft is up there with Animal Crossing, is like one of those games that seems so much more fun if you have friends playing it with you. I mean, to me, Animal Crossing is already fun. And then there's just like a different element of fun when you have friends involved. So it'd be, I would like to get into Minecraft, unfortunately. I haven't yet. I haven't found a way to like it yet. There are squares involved, yes. I like watching other people play, I will say that. Crimbo has sent me some, like, YouTube videos of people playing together and doing, like, events and whatnot, and that's very cool. I haven't figured out how to do it so that I enjoy the playing part, though. I haven't, no, I don't. I feel like Crimbo would have a cardiac event if I joined the server, and I don't want to get his hopes up. I mean, I guess I could try, because that would at least have, like, people that I know and like. People that I know and like, that was the end of the thought. I have watched a little bit of Crimbo's, like, Minecraft streams, and, like, when he was setting up the Christmas village and stuff like that, it was very cool. Christmas village was cute. I keep trying to fucking hit the end stream button instead of the mute and unmute buttons, and, like, I swear to shit, if I accidentally just, like, disappear from stream, it's nothing personal, I'm just bad at the buttons, okay? Got a people that you know and like. Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Can I get back to playing consistently on Chrono server? Yeah. I've seen some of the stuff that's like that at least Chrono built for that, and it's very cool. Why are they so close together? Consider it would be hilarious if you did accidentally. Oh yeah, the buttons. Yeah, well they're not though. To be fair, they're not. They're on the start and end stream buttons are at the very top left, and the mute and unmute are at the very bottom left. But they're in pairs, and my brain has just decided that the pairs are interchangeable. I didn't order whatever brain secretary I have working up here, okay? I don't know where she came from. She does a pretty decent job at a lot of things. But some things, like, holy shit, ma'am. Those are not the same buttons. You know what I mean? What I maybe should do is have them on a different page. Because, like, I have 15 buttons, but you can make multiple pages digitally. So that you can, like, replace 15 buttons with another set of 15 actions. So I should maybe have a second page where these start and end are. So that I don't do that. But in my defense, I don't usually push the buttons at all midstream. I'm just trying to mute the sound of this 410 water bottle hitting the desk. Brain secretary is on her union mandated break. The brain intern is running things. That makes a lot of sense. Speaking of brain secretaries, oh my gosh, this came up in collab stream. Sunday. It was just Sunday. Crimbo has started this trend of us using single syllable words when multiple syllables would probably be better. So, like, instead of saying thank you, it's thank. Instead of saying you're welcome, it's welk. We stole this one from Parky, actually, where instead of saying, like, hey, can I get an invitation on this game? It's, you know, send me an inv. If we're watching Downton Abbey, it's dounce. If we were watching Line of Duty, it was doots. I don't know. It's terrible, okay? You want to watch some dounce or some doots? It's become a curse. And anyway, we were trying to remember why the fuck I've been saying yogs. And Crimbo thought maybe it was yo GG's. It was not that. I thought maybe it was yogurt. It was not. It was yoga. I was gonna go do some yoga after we hung up the phone and he went to go do stream. And I started calling it yogs. And I apologize to everybody who's ever done yoga. Because yogs is a pretty bad way to say that. Anyway, that's how my brain secretary works. You would ask for a vite before you asked for an inv. Yeah, no, inv is terrible. But again, that was a Parkeyism, and I found it so fucking funny that I stole it on the spot. Like, I'm pretty sure I clipped it and sent it to Crimbo and was like, well, here's a new one for us. We gotta start asking for an inv. The worse they are, the better they are, I think. You know? Like, Dounce is probably not the best way to shorten down Abby. Abs would maybe be funnier. Line of Duty going to Doots? Not great. But also, great. We've been watching Ted Lasso, so we're just calling that a lass. Do you want to watch a lass? I don't know. It's a it's a disease. And I fucking can't stop. You know? I don't know how that didn't pop the silk thing there. Missed? Huge? Invisible as a verb. Inv me, please. Okay. I should not have timed that the way that I did. Ow. Fuck. I forgot that when you jumped, you did the fire in the second phase. I forgot. I fucking forgot. Not a disease, just disease. Yeah. That's pretty much how it works. We did talk about the inv thing actually being a great workaround for like a grammar pedantry problem, where there are some people who argue over invite being the verb and invitation being the noun. So you really shouldn't say like, hey, send me an invite. You should say send me an invitation. But if you just say send me an inv, it's gross enough that everybody loses, you know? And everybody wins. Zale the Sevensies. On the Zote boat, you mean? Okay, let's try that again with less. Fuck 'em ups? You know what? How about more fuck 'em ups? It's too hard to see in here, bruh. Jiminy Christmas. Oh yeah, what do we have for a Zote? By the way, nobody noticed this, but I did convince Crimbo that we can leave the Zote command on during collab streams from now on, so we don't have people having, like, Googling them in the middle of stream. Readily available Zote quotes is an important part of everybody's daily diet. Borrow but do not lend. If you lend and are repaid, you gain nothing. If you borrow but do not repay, you gain everything. Sounds like I should borrow some more money for fountain pens. There's actually a fountain pen set releasing today called Besties. It's by a company called Esterbrook, and their pens are normally the Esties. But this time they have a duo called the Besties, which is cute. And there's a purple one and a pink one. And if you buy both of them, you get like all this fucking swag that goes with it. I'm proud of myself. I'm not going to buy them. But man, seeing all the cute shit together was pretty fucking tempting. There have been a lot of conversations though in fountain pen discords recently about how people asking like, how do you guys afford all these pens? And the answer for a lot of people is, I fucking don't. So I have to remember that just because everybody else is buying fun new things, that I don't need to buy all the fun new things. Manda, did you get both of them? If you're gonna get one, you gotta get both. They're so fucking cute. I'm not the biggest fucking Esterbrook fan. I think their nibs are scratchy as shit based on the two that I own. But shit, dog. That pink one. The purple one too. That's a really pretty purple. They're both good. Fiscal responsibility is no fun. You know what, Amanda? I'm happy for you. Also, you know what? You gotta know I'm never gonna judge you. I'm in your DMs more than anybody fucking penabling you. That's so true. I actually literally sent Manda a link about them before they even launched. It was like, look at these. And Manda's literal response was, ew, they're gold. And I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll buy them because I like gold. And then, you know, like, I'll buy the gold ones, you buy the silver ones, and we'll just like have all the pens that have ever existed and it'll be great. And then I decided to behave and Manda bought the fucking gold ones. So, you know what? That's not how that was supposed to play out. Also, I was an asshole and sent you an ink that was really pretty that I wanted you to buy because I'm scared of shimmer inks. Thanks. I definitely stole that from pen discords. I did not come up with that all by myself. But penabling is pretty good. But yeah, I've been the devil on Manda's shoulder recently, being like, you should buy this shit, you should buy this shit, you should buy this shit. Been called an inkfluencer. I mean, for realsies. Watching Manda's swatching videos, I did not expect, I don't even have, I think I have like 3 inks that are in bottles. I'm not the target audience of these videos, and yet they're just so zen to watch. The inks are so pretty. True. I feel like there's maybe a collection of us on your shoulder. It's being like, buy the, just like in chorus, buy the pen, buy the pen, buy the pen. Mandy's not helping either. Mandy nearly got me to drop $1,200 on 2 different fountain pens. I didn't though. I finally walked away from them. I don't know what she says, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I don't know how we didn't get hit with that. This boss is so scary, I don't know where to go. You were right on top of me. I like that I was confused about when I should hit the boss, and like now it's pretty fucking obvious when to hit the boss. I'm gonna say that. We did figure that out. Our first ever stagger of the boss? Huge. Those were not, like, evenly spaced there, and I kind of expected that they would be. Okay, whatever. We made progress. Feels good, considering that we've been... I think we've spent most of the time just yammering about pens and Animal Crossing. My other two loves. Does feel like a basketball game between the Harlem Globetrotters and a 5th grader somehow. It's me, I'm the 5th grader. I'm glad this little, like, spiky dude doesn't follow you all the way up here. I say that and then I see him out of the corner of my fucking eye. I saw you, bitch. Gosh damn it. I spoke too fucking soon. That guy just did the Roy Kent growl. Anytime you wanted to do the thing that I asked you to do, that would have been cool. Okay. that was a disaster. Phew. I started that. I just want to go on fucking record that I said during the Atlas Stationers Experienced Pen Sale of January 2026, I made the recommendation. I was like, we need to have an Atlas themed pen video game. And then somebody else was like, hey, I work in the video game industry, so like let me know if you're serious about that. And then everybody in the comments blew up and was like, that's such a good idea. I would play the shit out of a pen shop game. That'd be so cool. And I also made 2 different recommendations for amazing fucking t-shirts that they need to make. Well, crew neck sweatshirts, please. And everybody loved those ideas as well. So anyway, I need a fucking cut of the profits is all I'm saying. Or at least just a little line in the credits that was like, wow, skirts, that was such a fucking good idea. I have screenshots. I have the fucking screenshots in case you were curious. It was a good phase 2. We're learning it. We're learning it, and even if it takes like another 2 to 3 streams to figure it out, like there is progress being made, and that that feels good. Child wielding needle, true. Child wielding need. That doesn't really work as a shortened word, does it? Quinn. I'm trying to figure out how to shorten that to a single syllable. It's not working great. Lots of great ideas. Lots of greats. Yeah, I had lots of great ideas. That's fucking me. No, I actually said, because I was talking about it with Crimbo last night, not that he gives a shit about a pen auction, but I was like, man, I really should have finished my marketing degree in college. Because I got like 3/4 of the way through and then didn't. Or 2/3 of the way through, maybe? Hard to say. But yeah, Atlas, I would be unstoppable if I worked for a stationery store and also had that marketing degree. Not that you need a degree to know things. I did do marketing shit professionally for a very long time, in spite of the missing degree. But yeah, turns out generating cool fucking ideas for people who aren't me, I'm pretty good at it. Spent all of my hobby budget for a long while on a PC, which I haven't had for years. Oh yeah, speaking of pens, Amanda, I'm sure you've already seen that there are 2 new Lamy Safaris coming out, and they're coming out in like a peachy pink color and a green color. So Tyler and I might end up having to be, because Tyler's a green boy and I'm obviously a pink girl, so we might have to get some actual bestie fountain pens going. But that pink one is cute as shit. I've been avoiding Lamys because I can't stand the idea of having a proprietary cartridge, but now that I'm getting less scared of filling converters with syringes, I might be talked into it. Progress in the boss. Yeah, let's focus on that and do some fucking boss fights, yeah? I got Got more traction than usual on the last VOD of Silksong, which was when we were doing the original attempts of this. And I got my first downvote, I think, ever. At least on that channel. And I assume it's because I had spent most of the stream talking and not doing the boss fight. You know what? That's so fair. That is not everybody's cup of tea, and I understand that. I'd cut it out, but there would be, like, nothing left in the VOD. You know? This is a pro-yap environment. Shit, we got to phase 2 fast there. Holy fuck. And we got a stagger fast? What is going on? I need to heal. That was not my most effective heal, but like... it's fine, we'll heal over here. Stop forgetting about... Okay, whatever. I forgot about a lot of things there. It's fine. As I was yelling at myself to stop forgetting, I forgot. Okay, we might get this fight today. We might not. It's fine. We have like an hour 40. Plan is to stream tomorrow too, though, since I fucked up and didn't stream at all this week. So 2 fucking weekend streams. Progress is notable. Yeah, it's huge. I think that's the thing that keeps me like in love with this game, even though it is so hard. Like we were talking about, like this game is just so much harder than Hollow Knight. But there's something really satisfying about like making progress in a game that is that hard. It almost makes me feel bad for people who are good at this game, because like they'll never get that like life-changing satisfaction. The ad gods only gave you a 15-second ad. Let's go! Also, Anna, we need to get you a fucking sub. I wondered during the pen sale if I was going to leave and start stream. I'm surprised that you didn't. Yeah, I was also surprised that I didn't. I had the thought of DMing you to be like, did you see me in the pen stream? Because no, you fucking didn't. I don't know what happened there. Other than I kind of lost my mind. I had already spilled food on myself for the 2nd day in a row. I did have a raging headache. And I was like, well, maybe watching the pen thing while I get ready will be a good distraction. Oh yeah, I should probably stay in here until the ad break ends though, huh? Just in case this is like the fight and nobody will have to miss it. It was such a good stream. It was the first time I watched the YouTube part of it. I normally just like hang out in Discord and watch the chaos of like people not waiting for the fucking green light to hit the claim or whatever. But Brendan / Hollywood is such an entertaining YouTube stream host. I was really pleased with that. Oh my gosh. I don't want to say this person's name on here because it would be too easy to clip. But there's one person who was just like, really? Seriously? Every time, okay, because how this works, and I'm only explaining this because we have time left in the ad break. They'll post a picture in the Discord of the item with the description, and you can't type claim, as in like you're trying to get this item, until the host puts in a green circle emoji, which is the green light to mean go. And then everybody types claim if they want it, and whoever's claim shows up first on the streamer host's end, that's the person who wins the pen, right? So it's not dependent on what you see, it's dependent on what the host sees. And this is explained like every 5 minutes because somebody gets confused by it. But the way that it works on your end on Discord is that if I type claim like very quickly, mine will always show up first because Discord shows it when I sent it. It's not going through the internet and coming back around. It's just like right when you send it. Whereas everybody else's stuff is traveling through the internet. Well, all of them are traveling through the internet to the fucking host. That's just how that works. So while it shows up first for me, it's not likely going to show up first on the other end. But this confuses the shit out of people for some reason. It's like maddening to watch. And so this one person was just like having a mental breakdown about it because like they did not understand that like even though they kept showing up first on their end, that's not how it works. And they're like, really? Seriously? But I don't feel bad for that person at all because they were a total bitch. I don't know if you saw in that Discord earlier, Amanda, because I know you've been in and out of that Discord. But they were in one of the top channels, like at the top of the Discord. I can't remember which one it was. Complaining that they'd had some problem with an order and like somebody who wasn't an Atlas person responded and they were like, that was really fucking rude the way that you just responded. If this is the way that Atlas employees react or whatever. And this person's like, I don't even work for Atlas. And then an Atlas employee jumped in and was like, calm your tits. Well, they didn't say it like that. They're like, wow, I'm so sorry that you had a bad experience. Would you like to tell us more? Anyway, I've had that person blocked on Discord ever since because they seem like a piece of shit. But I was not surprised that they were also throwing a toddler-sized tantrum every time they didn't get the pen. Yeah, the only person who I did feel bad for was the person named Joanne, who was on shit internet, and so she kept trying to just guess when the green light was going to go up instead of waiting to see it. So, like, that I felt a little bad about, but, like, also not that bad. It's just stationary, you know, at the end of the day. But the person who was having a meltdown, yes, was having the day that they deserved. They've been an asshole since day one in the Discord, and I'm not surprised that they're an asshole on day 100 in the Discord. Yeah, and so that's the whole reason that they have a YouTube stream, is so that they show like who came first on the host's Discord, so that there's no dispute over like who actually won the auction, basically. And yet we had a few party poopers. I do think it's a cool way for the stationery store to like get rid of returned items and still get some of that money back and like be very transparent with their customers about like the state of those used and returned items. I think that's a very cool system. They've even started doing some like well, they've been doing it for a while, but they do like blind boxes as well with other stationery items that have been returned. It's pretty neat. I didn't know what to do there. I was kind of trapped in the wall. That was my dumb fault. That's right. Okay, phase 2. We are kind of ill-prepared for this. The first time ever I jumped that I jumped it. And then I jumped into the boss. I jumped into the boss. But that's okay. We made progress on something else. They're learning deaths, okay? They're all learning deaths. As long as I'm learning something new, I'm happy. Jumping did occur. Like, that felt so good. I knew it was coming and I just did it. You know? It's called learning. Fucked up? Fucked up? Okay. I keep trying to manage to not get hit on that one section, and it's not my favorite section. Also, I got ate by the floor. We got it! Feels bad, man. You know what? That's fucking rude. still have to say, it is fucking hard to see in this area. Learning sounds fake. Real gamers just do the exact same thing over and over until it works. Thankfully, I've never claimed to be a real gamer. I know you were kidding, but like... I've decided, I think I said this earlier in the game, if we get to the fucking end of Silksong, when we get to the end of Silksong, I will officially start calling myself a gamer. Because this is a gamer's game. If we can sort this shit out, we're gamers. Slow gamers. New gamers. But gamers. That's the rule. Let's go. We haven't ended stream by accident yet. Let's go. Let's go. Huge. Okay, we're just gonna heal now because why not? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jellybean? Like, let's just take advantage of the moment that we have. Like, I don't know when the heal falls to phase 2. I can't talk. Brain Secretary is still on the break. Another stagger! Huge! Before we even got into fucking phase 2. I forgot. I forgot. Silksong should let you print out a gamer certificate at the end. You know what? I will fucking design one. And I'll share it. I'll make it like a Canva design that anybody can use and just follow their own information. Again, when we finish this. In fact, I'm gonna write that on a piece of paper after I get rid of that dude. Are you gone or are you just annoying? Can't believe that guy hit me on his way out. That like never happens. Okay. Now we're writing it down. I beat Radiance. So that would make me qualified for being a gamer. It was baller as fuck to beat Radiance. I'm not gonna lie about that. Like, it just felt like that fight took, I think, 13 hours for me to learn. If my memory is correct. Whereas, like, I think we've been on multiple Silksong bosses for longer than that. You were told you're not a gamer because you haven't played Skyrim. Okay. Was that by a 12-year-old? What happened there? No. And that's not throwing any shade on somebody who likes Skyrim. It feels like the kind of person who would make that statement, though, would be pretty fucking immature. Skyrim seems like a dope game. I remember watching my brother play some of it ages ago. Seems like a fun time. I could get lost in a world like that. What the fuck am I writing? But like, that's not a game that I feel like defines your gamerhood, you know? Not that there really is one. But like, when I was only playing Sims and Animal Crossing, I never would have considered myself like a gamer. I was a person who played games, I guess, at best. Make a gaming certificate on Canva to share. when we beat Silksong. It's happening. Don't you worry your pretty fucking little heads about it. Played Elder Scrolls Online, so I feel like that's close enough. Absolutely. They're the same game. I'm gonna piss off somebody so badly by saying that. I'd wear a t-shirt that says, I beat Silksong and all I got was this stupid t-shirt. Oh my gosh. I would love to be able to make Silksong merch. Like, legally. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm not a big fan of most gamer paraphernalia. Speaking of things that need to overlap, though, Silksong fountain pen. And I don't want the fucking character printed on the side of my fountain pen. I just want it to be, like, inspired by, you know. I need my stuff to look classy enough that you wouldn't know that it was from a video game unless you, like, were told that it was related to a video game, you know? I think the above shirt should have one of the annoying characters on it, like the snitch bug, maybe. Do I know who the fuck the snitch bug is? I'm not mad if I don't know. Grindle? This is a memory failing on my part. This is not a... I believe you. Grindle sounds familiar. He was in the slab, but he was in the jail below Hunter's March? This is so intriguing to me. I believe you. I can kind of picture the character. That wasn't the one that was wearing our dress, right? Oh, Grindle! Fuck me. Grindle the jail bug. Yeah, no, okay, I'm with you. We let him out of jail, and then he was a bitch. And then we saw him again in the slab, the other jail, and he was a bitch again. Yeah, okay. Grindle the little thief. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Okay. Not I'm fucking with you. I'm with you. I've traveled to the place where my memory has caught up with your memory. My brain secretary, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. We're having a weird day over here. Who up, Grindlin? She grindle on my snitch till I bug? Dude, my brain is so broken. I don't know, for anybody else who streams, I don't know if you have a problem, like, having normal conversations with, like, offline human beings. As in, like, people who are not only, like, in the offline world, but also, like, just don't have any connection to, like, Twitch or whatever. But, like, damn, my vocabulary does not cross over anymore. I feel like I've learned a different language. I'll be like, okak, okak, okak. And they're like, what is wrong with you? You sound like a broken parrot. Anyway. It's a struggle. I need a Twitch emote extension for, like, messages on iPhone so badly. I can't. Also, I need, like, to be able to use the colon trick where you start typing with just the name of the emote. I need that just to be real everywhere. You know? Oh, we got 3 hits there. Suck on that, baby. I'll be the last judge of you. You sat on my head. Huge. Okay, we're about to get burned to a crisp. Look alive, look alive. Look dead, look dead. Shit! I landed in the wrong spot, but at least I knew about the spots. Hey, I was in the middle of falling. That's illegal. A crispy spooter. A cruder? Why does that sound like a really bad euphemism? Sitting there going, it's not a spoiler, it's not. I remember she saw Grindel for a split second. I was terrified. No, that was one of those things that, like, because it's just a random ass NPC, I wouldn't have been bothered by that. I mean, like, if you accidentally said a boss name or something like that and I didn't know who it was, I don't think I'd be mad either. That's so different than, like, barging in and being like, hey, did you know there are 3 bosses that are going to be really hard for you? No, there would have been 0 mads. 0 out of 10. And then, yeah, once Anna said that the name was Grindel, that was ringing a bell. But it was such a faint bell, you know? Again, Brain Secretary was really having a hard time finding that folder. I don't know where we stored that information, but we stored it poorly. I almost used redacted, but I wasn't sure if you met him or not. Well, I remember Sherma and Lil Pilgrim in this house. Hell yeah. Round boy representation. Our roundest soldiers. God gives his roundest hearts to his roundest soldiers. That doesn't make any sense. Ugh, we gotta workshop that one. We gotta workshop it. Speaking of things that need to get workshopped, I'm trying to come up with a name. I think I'm leaning towards like Fellowship of the Fridays or Fellowship Fridays or some, I don't know. That sounds maybe a little too churchy now that I say it out loud. Friend Follow Fridays. I would love to do some sort of thing on this stream, which would require me to stream on Fridays like I'm supposed to. So that's the first hurdle. Second hurdle is the name. I want to do something where we do like a little shout out for anybody who wants to be shouted out. The idea being smaller streamers, like not full-time making $30,000 a month streamers. So anybody who's under that is welcome. But the idea would be that people could submit their Casuals Friday. Oh, I like that. I'm writing it down. People could submit their, like, what name they want to be known by, a link to their Twitch and or YouTube, and then like what game they're currently playing through, or like what kind of games they go through if they don't want to do something so like time sensitive. And then either like have those like show in chat every so often on Fridays. Maybe also have a channel about it on Discord. One of my Twitch friends, Milady, actually has a channel for that where it's just like all of her recommended streamers are like, she just adds to the list in Discord anytime she meets a new fun friend. So I don't know, but I thought that'd be a fun thing to do recurring on Fridays, just to kind of give some more like exposure to other smaller streamers. And give me a chance to like brag on my friends more often. And by friends, I mean casuals. I'm not parasocial, you're parasocial. The dog's mad about me being parasocial, in case you were wondering. Which is right. Raya. Smacked me in the head, that was rude. Ow. Why did I feel like that went extra far? That was rude. You need to have limits. Okay, phase 2, faster and faster. Don't get murdered. It is difficult. Huge. Shit. I thought I had grabbed onto the wall, but I hadn't yet. I was floating, I disagree. Everything's scary and on fire. I hate it. This is the longest we've ever lasted. Wonderful timing. Wonderful timing. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's fine. That was the best we had done so far. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're definitely learning it. Huge. Progress is being made. How are we doing on... Okay. Oh, we bought 7 bundles of shards. That's huge. That means that, like, every time we go farming now, we basically get, like, double because we're able to use our rosaries to buy the shell shards. Huge. Good strat, Anna. I fell. Good. I don't know where we're going. Jeez. Nobody die. Where are you? Would you get your tiny ass down here, please? No? Jeez. How have you not fallen yet, dude? You have one job. Not to go to school uphill both ways in the snow in July, but back in my day, falling into the sandworms did 2 damage. That's an amazing way to phrase that. And that is kind of the vibe, isn't it? But also, like, how much... How much pain did they think we wanted? When they came out with everything in this game being like fucking double damage. It was like just double damage to sneeze. Oh my gosh, speaking of sneezes. I just found a video. Of a man who tracked all of his sneezes throughout the entirety of 2025. Sorry, I just assumed their pronouns. But this person tracked their sneezes for the entirety of 2025 on a spreadsheet. How many times they sneezed, how many snoz occurrences there were in a day. Did we have like 3 snoz attacks? 4, 1. Whether they were sick, because that might influence the like number of sneezes in a month, and the snoz ratio overall. It was a masterpiece. I didn't even get through the entire video, but it was so good. I'll have to put it in the Discord later. I'll remember to do that. Sneeze video, because I'm sure everybody else is curious. I found out about it though. I found out about it because I was in one of my stationary Discords for the Japanese planners that I like so much. There's a Hobonichi subreddit, and that subreddit has a Discord. And of course, I'm in it. And while I was in it, somebody was saying they tagged another person in the Discord, and they were like, "Yo, somebody else tracked their sneezes last year." And I was like, "I'm sorry, there were 2 people." And then in the comments of the video, there was a fucking 3rd person. 3 human beings decided to track their sneezes in some form or fashion last year. I feel like that tells you a lot about our mental well-being in 2025, that was a viable option for 3 different people. You know? Phase 2. Huge. Get burned, bitch! I don't know why I'm saying that to myself, but like... Annoying that didn't work. Shit. Huge. Not so huge. Where did that space go? Okay, we're learning. Some Reddit posts about them. That's hilarious. It's a very beautiful looking spreadsheet, I have to say. And I would know. I just made a database in Airtable yesterday that's for our factor meals. Non-sponsored, but I wish they would fucking sponsor us. We haven't tried them yet. But we're ordering those meals from Factor 75, the company that does like the prepared dinners, as a way to cut back on DoorDash, because there are a few nights a week where like just nobody has the energy to cook due to everyone's schedules, and so we've just been historically DoorDashing on those 2 evenings, but that can fucking add up for 3 people. So overall it is cheaper to do this. Our first order sadly got canceled because of the fucking snowstorm. LOL. So we haven't had a chance to test them out to see if they're any good. But I foresaw that if they were going to be good, it was going to be annoying to keep track of which Whomst just hit Whomst over there. That was fucking weird. Take your shells, though. I'll take those shell shards, thank you very much. Anyway, I thought it'd be, like, convenient to know, like, who ordered what, right? Because we're gonna end up with 6 meals delivered, and it's gonna be... we ordered this stuff 3 weeks ago, or picked our meals. So trying to figure out, like, whose shit belongs to whom. It's gonna be annoying, and then figuring out the rating system of, like, whether or not you liked it, so that if you wanted to order it again. So I have this beautiful database set up now with all of the orders clumped together by which week they should be arriving, and then there's a whole separate tab with all the meals on them, and then each person has a little 5-star rating slot next to each meal, so if 2 people try a meal, they each have their own rating on there. So anyway, it's perfect, and that said, I'm a big advocate of both Excel and Airtable for making your life more organized. Let's not die out here though, huh? I mean, we are, but like... Wonderful. Have I ordered the Hobonichi sneeze book? Tyler, you laugh, but I am planning to order another Hobonichi A6, which is the size that our little sticker book is, because I hate this cover a lot. But they have released a new Hobonichi A6 cover that I really think is beautiful, and it comes with a book in it due to tariff shit. You can't get the cover without the book anymore in the United States of America. So I will end up with it is the Unsudo perfect, is it Unsudo? The purple one. It is the purple one. I hate this. So anyway, this has the book that I want in it because it's a January start, and that has a book that I don't want in it, which is an April start. So I have a feeling that I'm going to give that April start one to either my dad or my brother. My dad might like it for like ink swatching or journaling or something, and my brother might like it for sketching because he's an artist. He also might like it for tabletop gaming shit to keep track of player information. That would be a cool way to do that. I've seen people who, instead of using the pages like as they're dated, using like each month for a different like character. So like all of February's stuff is related to a certain character or whatever. So the book will get used. It's beautiful paper, like somebody will use it. But yes, and that's launching tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. So I am getting a fucking sneeze book. If they don't want it, I will turn it into a sneeze book. Always need more stuff for tracking TTRPG stuff. Exactly. The overlap between, like, this isn't surprising. People who like to be organized in their gaming stuff also like to be organized in other ways in their life. So there is a bit of an overlap between like the TTRPG community and journaling, to the extent where like there are actually some like RPG journaling, like, I don't want to say practices, I don't know what the right word is for it, but people who like basically turn their everyday life into like an RPG in the sense of like how to get things done. It's like it's an RPG method of making your to-do list more fun, or your goals more fun, or stuff like that. So it's very cool. I've not got into it, but there's a whole world out there. Cam, thanks for getting your streak. Hope you're good busy and not bad busy. Also hope your weekend's going well. We're learning Last Judge. You'd be so proud. I want that one, and I still want Foggy Plaid. The Foggy Plaid is so gorgeous. Also, what's the... is it Tolite? Is that the one that has the brown with like the flowers on it? Like, damn, I almost paid an arm and a leg for that on eBay. I go between thinking it's hideous and thinking I must have it. But the plaid one I've seen in like 2 different people's setups now, and it is just like stunning. It's stunning. It's so classy looking. Thank you! We're actually learning phase 2. We're doing such a good job. Every table needs a journaler to keep track of what is happening, otherwise... See, that would be my greatest contribution to any gaming community ever. If you want an organized fucking secretary... Like, I always asked to be the banker in Monopoly. Not because I didn't trust anybody else with money, but like I just love administrative shit. Like, I'm extremely good at it. I spent my summers pretending to be a teacher with an imaginary classroom, and I had a little chalkboard and everything. And I just wanted to make lesson plans. Like, I had no interest in the rest of teaching whatsoever. Like, I think I would be annoyed as shit being an actual teacher. I might be okay with one-on-one tutoring, but like teaching a whole group, I'd be lost. I just wanted to do lesson plans and fill out little planners. I would buy teacher-specific planners at like an office supply store and just fill them out to be neat. 25 streak, let's go! Heading to Chili's? Ooh, I haven't been to Chili's in forever, but that sounds like good comfort food. You weren't sure about it first when you placed your original order, and I bought a Weeks and an A6 since. Just need the A5. I have two A5s in my lineup this year because I wanted 2 different covers. I have 2 A5s and A6, 3 weeks, and a day free. And a partridge in a pear tree. Oh, you made worksheets with your sister? That's amazing. No, I filled out like, I don't know if you remember this, but they used to sell in the, and they maybe still do, in the coloring book section of like grocery stores or also like bookstores. There's like a little coloring book section for kids, and there would also have, they would have like little math books in there. And like before I got into school, like that's all I wanted to do. Like obviously once you get to school, you get enough homework and you're fine. But like that's how I got my math buzz on as a not yet in school child, was getting a little coloring book. Obviously Precious Moments, gotta have it, best ones, and little math books. And then obviously I would at some point have to pick up a planner and then just like teach shit to an imaginary audience. I did have my younger brother, but he was usually busy playing with Legos or making up really imaginative stories. He's always been like very creative, so he was over there creating worlds, and I was like, here are the rules of math, bitch. I was a very structured child. Literally the most important role. You could just sit there and never roleplay and barely know what your character does, and if you're writing everything down, you just become become core to the experience. Okay, well, I maybe will start. I wonder if that's a position that somebody would be like willing to pay me for, even just like paid in hot chocolate. I don't need like real money. I mean, I do need real money, but like shit. That was weak. Stop jumping on me. Rude. It was dangerous to stand right there while this fire thing was being born. I jumped, but I like my finger fell off the jump button. That's my fault. Snacks are provided. Okay, well, I'm a pretty food motivated person. Like, I don't want to play. I don't want to play at all. I just want to sit there and take notes for people. Is this answering my question of like what I should do for a living? Because I'm torn between actually showing the fuck up to stream. Like when we get the migraines sorted, like full-time stream would be the dream. For sure. But should we not get there right away, and I do need to start getting actual income, I was torn between going back to work for the state government in like an Ohio Department of Transportation office where you just make sure the $1 million contracts get paid out correctly, or professional organizing and decluttering, because I know I'd be very good at that as well. Dungeons and Dragons stenographer would be incredible on a resume, right? Well, what do you do with your free time? I take notes for the most beloved of nerds. Like, I would be really good at that. I've talked about that with Sfine before because we were talking about like Wikipedia editors, and like I'm not into the Wikipedia editing yet, but he was saying that I would be good at it, and I agree. I would be very good as like an unpaid just fact-checking nerd on Wikipedia, and grammar checking and all that kind of shit. I get my my obsessive compulsive monster, I let that out for a stretch and a stroll on Google Maps. I am out there correcting every element of somebody's Google Maps listing. Like, you have an upside down apostrophe, I'm gonna fix that for you. You have a lowercase letter in the title of your business that shouldn't be lowercase, I got you. It's slightly on the wrong spot on the map, I got you. We have a random stop sign that's not supposed to be there, fixed. We're somehow missing a stop sign, I'll add it. Speed limit's missing, I'll add it. Like, that's how I that's how I exist as an obsessive compulsive person without becoming a nuisance to everybody else, is to use my skills for good. And I feel like the Dungeons and Dragons stenographer role would be another example of how to do that for sure. Like, let's just use our superpowers to help other people instead of to annoy other people. Fuck that up. That was my fault. I don't know why I'm so tense in this fight. It's really not that big of a deal. Okay, I did a lot of mistakes there. I admit that. Let's not do those again. I do feel like I need to limit the number of places where I can let myself be obsessive compulsive, because if I get too lost in the sauce, I become a nightmare for everybody. I know it. I've lived long enough to know. If only Google listens to my inquiry of an emergency road not being public anymore. DoorDashers keep stopping and wondering why we don't open the gate. It's frustrating when stuff like that gets like, because it's all like community submitted, right? Like, and also peer reviewed. So it's frustrating when the person who's doing the peer review like doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. There are Leonardo inks? Which inks did you get? I don't know how I whiffed every part of that. I got a pink ink to go with my Leonardo. With my pink Leonardo. Is this important information to look up right this very second? It's not. But I will. I'll look it up and I'll send it to you. Let's... If you get the pink ink on your hands, does it leave a pink ink stink? I was trying to tell Crimbo about the pink ink yesterday, and I was like, I think I got an ink that is pink. And it's arriving Thursday, and he was so annoyed that I didn't rhyme that at the end, but I was annoyed that I was accidentally rhyming on the way, you know? I didn't want to. But pink ink stink is a pretty good one. And yes, it would leave a pink ink stink. Thread, I went out and got fucking biodegradable gloves to wear in my little handsies. For when I put ink in pens now, because there's a possibility that I have obsessive compulsive disorder, right? We just heard me talk about it. But if I don't, I am just very particular about getting ink on my hands. Got a bottle of the Rosa Shocking Pink and samples of 2 Shimmer Purples. Ooh, I cannot wait to see these swatched. Forgot to get the gray I wanted though. No. Okay. Which pink ink did I get? We're just gonna look. We're just gonna look. It should be in my Jet Pens orders. Accounts, orders. I have ordered a lot of shit. At least you think before you're on the brink of the pink ink stink. Thread, you're too good. Okay, it's the Teranishi Fujiyama Irodiri Sakura Pink Ink. I probably pronounced 70% of that incorrectly. But it looked like it was kind of a warmer toned pink, like a more peachy pink. From the pictures on the JetPens website, which is also what the pen looked like it was going to be, and it is. So here's hoping that they go nicely together. I don't always match my inks to my pens. In fact, I usually don't. But since I didn't have a real purpose for buying this pen, I thought it would be kind of fun to do that. Wow. So glad I stood there talking about inks for 40 minutes before I got my ass kicked by the boss. Good. You have Opera Rose? Ooh, that sounds lovely. Okay, well this is going to be my new quest for you and for me, is that we need to find the most perfect pink to go with our beautiful Leonardo. I'm so glad that of all the pens I impulsively bought, because there were quite a few that I've wanted to impulsively. We're trying this again. This whole area hates inks, dude. What's going on? They just like abruptly got bad at the worse at the game. Anyway, there were quite a few pens that have called to me. Mostly FOMO things where like they're very limited edition and I was afraid I'd never be able to get them, and that's a shitty reason to buy a pen. Even if it's pretty, right? Buying it just because you're afraid you won't be able to get it later is such a manipulative tactic on the salesperson's part, right? Like the company's part. And so I had to do a lot of Googling about FOMO. I've been pressing the button on my controller so fiercely with the middle of my thumb that it is like I can feel the vein moving in it. It's really it's really uncomfortable. I've never had an issue using a controller before, but like this very second. Oh, I hate that. It's like tingling. That is a shitty reason to buy a pen. No, I mean it's shitty. It's not a shitty reason to buy a pen. I don't like being manipulated. That's the shitty part. It's shitty that they make you feel like you have to buy the pen, even though they're beautiful and you want to buy the pen. And like I would otherwise have bought like the sailors that I was showing you. I would love to buy those. Okay, good. Glad we're on the same page. But I do want to clarify for anybody else who's feeling bad. I didn't mean that. We love an impulse buy. Amanda, you are perfect. Don't change. But yeah, it was just pissing me off that there were so many pens that like they were okay, right? Or they were really pretty, but they weren't like me, you know? And I just bought. I was wanting to buy them. They were in my cart for days, and I was obsessing over them. I think that was the other thing too, is like it felt like it was like lusting after them, you know? Like I was like, I have to have these pens. And then like you sit back and you're like, or what? Or fucking what, bitch? What happens if you don't get the sparkly blue Cinderella looking fucking fountain pen? Is your life gonna be worse somehow? Is it actually gonna be better somehow if you get it? Or are you just falling prey to a sneaky ass marketing tactic that makes you feel like shit for not being able to buy everything? And you know what? That's not fair. Now, if I find a real sugar daddy someday and I can afford to buy all those things on a whim, hell yeah. But I don't want to go back into debt over a fucking okay fountain pen. I am willing to cut back on some things to get that pink fountain pen. That's what I did, and I feel good about that. Made some other life choices. We'll have fewer crumble cookies in our future for a while. But the pink pen that I posted in the Discord yesterday, that was worth. I definitely meant to go around you and dash under you. And I just straight up didn't. I missed it. We were doing so well at phase 2. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Mina! Hi cutie, how are you? We need to break some of these. Good. Very good. I'm okay. Cute as fuck pup emote as always. I'm good. I'm happy to not have a headache today. I'm happy that we made it to stream today. Overall, just hap. Man, speaking of shortening things to like a single syllable, a different Discord that I'm in, instead of saying happy birthday to their members on their birthday, they just say hap bap. And I find that weirdly charming. Not hapless at all, exact. See, I just exact. I've got to stop shortening words. Good. Yeah, you go down the hole, bitch. Oh, where the fuck did you go? Did you follow me around in a circle? Unbearable. Okay. Huge. No haps emote here? And no shape? Shit. Shit. Shit dog, as some streamers have been known to say too much. Are they BTTV emotes, Mina? Because I can add them. I still haven't jumped on the 7TV train. I used to say like that I was like Aggie and I was never gonna do 7TV, and then Aggie betrayed me. And yes, I'm having feels about it. Pup betrayed you too. Honestly, I wasn't even all that anti-7TV until I got a redeem 10 emotes for free thing from Crimbo. And tried to look. I can't talk and do this fight at the same time. And tried to look up hot chocolate or milk chocolate. I think I was looking up a glass of milk and cookies, and I found the milk face emote. And I was so violated. That was so different from what I was expecting to find. And BTTV would just never, you know? We're gonna try this again. I'm having a rough last hour of stream here. We got some easemosts. Oh, haps. No haps. Thanks. Why is Twitch yelling at me? Oh, because I unlocked a hype train emote. I was there, Twitch. I don't think I need a notification about it, but thank you anyway. Alright, we have haps. Wasn't gonna 7TV, vehemently against it, but I was then in Stonk's birthday and he loves emotes. Oh, signed up and gave him the editor role so I didn't have to deal with it. That's so fair. That's adorable. That's a very loving thing to do. You know, if you want to send the link, like the cheater way, I can add the other one. Oh, Lord. As a thank you for you contributing to the wellness of our emote collection. Okay, we're just gonna stand here and do this. 'Cause isn't that fun? Oh, update emote sets. I could have sworn we had this emote at one point. BTTV does require you to have the emote name before characters, which is probably why. And you have to have a capital letter? That's so funny. I've renamed it to Shaking My Head. Because I find that funny. That explains why most people probably have that one on 7TV. Just the length of the name alone is funny. Okay. You're on vanilla mobile Twitch because you have a dire need to see the channel points number continue to go up? Hell yeah. We need to have a reason to redeem those, huh? You're at my favorite place? This could mean so many different things in so many different contexts. Amanda, I can't believe you got me hooked on the fucking— oh, Starbies! I do love Starbies. And Crumble. I've been using the Crumble app. Panera. Also, like, I'm a basic bitch. I'm a basic bitch. We do love a Starbies and a Panera and a Crumble. Oh yeah, Crumble cookies. If you haven't tried this week's menu, the Dubai chocolate cookie, which it's a chocolate base cookie, and then they have a layer of chocolate on top of that with a pistachio drizzle, and there's also a pistachio filling. Stunning. Absolutely fucking stunning. One of the best crumble cookies I've ever had. I love that, like, most of the cookies are truly ass. And then every once in a while you get one that you're like, shit, this is why I enjoy trying. Because, you know, some week you might actually get a good one. It is a gambling problem. I understand. But this week the gamble paid off. We could also consider Chicago my favorite place. Favorite city. Charleston's my favorite city that I haven't lived in. If we're going for, like, in the planet. Places that I visited. Oh my gosh, Chad, I'm getting a fucking passport. Don't at me that I don't already have one, okay? I know. But, like, I live in a very large fucking country and have done plenty of traveling within there, okay? But my family was a very, like, visit the States kind of family, okay? And that's just where I went. But yes, I'm broadening my dumb American horizons. And we're gonna get a passport. Is it in part because of the shit that's going on in the United States of America and a great fear that somebody's not gonna believe I'm a citizen with or without it? Maybe. Is it gonna help at all in that situation? No, I'm just gonna get tear gassed and put in jail anyway. It's fine. But it felt like something to do. You know? You order a whistle, you order a passport, and you And you pray, I guess. It's real shit. I also ordered a lot of stationery from Minneapolis over the weekend to support that city. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting a fucking passport on Tuesday. I'm gonna go to the local post office and get my picture snapped and give them my paperwork and give them my proof of citizenship. And then I get a passport book, all for the low cost of $180 fucking dollars. That was the other big, like, reason I didn't get one earlier is because once I hit, like, adulthood and could travel on my own, I didn't really want to spend $180 of my travel budget because I always worked for, like, I've never had very much money. And, like, $180 of the travel budget going just towards the passport felt like a lot. And, like, then I couldn't afford the rest of the trip anyway, so. Anyway. I haven't had a passport since you were 15, the magic of free travel within the Eurozone. That, to me, is, yeah, that's very magical. I guess we get that on a very small, silly level, being able to travel between the states, but, like, it's not the same. Not the same at all. There are cultural differences, but not on that level at all. Someday maybe I get to go enjoy the beauties of Europe. So far, no. But I'll have a passport soon, so then I can actually maybe make it happen. You know, I have a really dear friend who lives in Germany, and I really want to go see her. Passport expires in 4 days. You meant to renew it? Oh well. Oh no. Your passport expired, but it was within the window of being able to still renew it online. Ooh. You can do it after it expires? Okay. Gotta re-up my home country passport. Scared how it'll handle going there. Oh, going here? Yeah. Yeah, Anna, I saw some of your story in your Twitch bio, and just stay safe. Just fucking stay safe, please. Unlike what I'm doing, which is very much not staying safe. I don't know if that's helpful advice right now, but the intent is I care. Oh! Shit. Stop greeting. Okay, phase 2. Phase 2 is hot. Wasn't fast enough for the jump. I wanted to be. I wanted to be so fast, and I just wasn't. Okay, we did better there. I just kind of panicked at the end. That's fine. More scared for your partner? Yeah, we're doing what we can. Well, my heart goes out to everybody who's feeling scared right now, which I do feel like is all of us, and not just in the States. Like, obviously, the threats against other countries are huge too. It's just shit, you know? It's just shit, and at least we got crazy bosses to distract us for a little bit, you know? We can dissociate a little. But it just do suck, and I do want to acknowledge that. It's just shitty out there right now. Maybe if you stop buying pens. I fucking dare you. I dare you to get your passport shit sorted out. You know what's fun about getting your passport sorted out? You get to fill out paperwork. It's like planning and journaling, but for the government. That's a bad sell. Never mind, I take it all back. You could use one of your fancy new pens to fill out some paperwork. Probably not online, but... You know what? I didn't ask for that. Okay. This is a hoot and a half, y'all. Stop ledge guarding, nerd. Solid effort. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, Loopy, did you tell me where my favorite place was, by the way? Welcome back from the ad. Use the fancy pen to type very inefficiently. That would be so fucking funny. Actually, that would be such a great, like, YouTube short or something like that. Could use a passport. I am limited without it in terms of internet. Some websites have begun requiring proof of age. Without a driver's license and passport, you're fucked. Hadn't thought about that. Do they have... So, like... I guess passport, like, would just be a good thing to have anyway. But I'm curious, because, like, in the States, you can either have a driver's license or just, like, a state ID that doesn't... It just functions as, like, your photo ID, and then, but it doesn't have any, like, traveling rights with it, right? It's just in place of a driver's license in case you need to show your photo ID for, like, drinking purposes or online or whatever. Is there an equivalent of that? Here in the digitalized part of the world, we can apply for a passport and pay for it online. Just need to bring a photo in person. Let me tell you how undigitalized this is. You can fill out the form online. Oh, not online. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. You can fill out the form online. But then you have to print it and bring it in. You also need a physical copy of your birth certificate, and you need a copy of it front and back, black and white. And then you need a photocopy of your driver's license front and back and your driver's license. And all of these physical human pieces of paper come with you. And then also you need to go to get a photo taken. I mean, you can bring your own photo. It's so fucking stupid. Like, I don't understand why I can't apply for it online. Even the fact that, like, not every state does the digital, like, driver's license, and not every airport accepts them as a valid form of ID. Like, it's just all, it feels very stuck in a land before time, in a way, and I don't love it. I mean, I do love filling out pieces of paper, don't get me wrong. Like, I do love a physical pen and paper experience. But, like, bruh, it's 2026. What are we doing out here? I didn't mean to hit that. Well. Too hot. No! There was nowhere to go. Fucking hell. Oh, that went too high. I didn't know how to escape that. You're at Panera! That is one of my favorite places of all time. It's a safe space. What did you order? Hopefully not the fucking grilled cheese. It's the only thing I'll rag on Panera about consistently, but holy shit, their grilled cheese is bad. I can feel my chest tightening just thinking about how bad it is. May need to talk to a therapist about that. If you two have been victimized by the Panera grilled cheese sandwich, please fill out the form. Something about that jumping section really fucks up my thumb, man. I do like that you called it a snick. I'm not feeling like I need a snick. Can you, without telling me, can you tell me if the snick is about the boss or about something else? You got chili in a bread bowl? Ooh, that sounds like perfect food for this fucking cold snap going on. I don't know if it's cold where you're at, but it is. It is bird degrees. Drew! How's your weekend going, Drew? What have you been up to? Okay, we're at 16 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 9 degrees Celsius. I recently switched my app so that it shows both. To be nice. The boss, yes. No. If I get to the... If I get stuck on it, though, stuck on it... I'll let you know. We're probably not going to finish this boss today. Well, who knows? We only have 23 minutes, though, so looking rough. But yeah, if I get stuck on it in tomorrow's stream, I'll text you about it. Two dudes, two cups action. Let's go. For those who don't know, Drew and Chronogem, aka Crimbo, have been playing Cuphead. And I haven't gotten to watch any of it yet. It's not at all because I was mad that Crimbo cheated on me with a different collab partner. Both of them stream at like absolutely bananas bad times for me personally. But I'm excited to watch the VODs. I have finished Ola's Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough. I am now watching 2 different Mitch runs. I'm watching the Fog Gate Randomizer for Elden Ring and AI Limit. And then I'll be open to Cupheads and shit like that. Need to go back and do the Cuphead DLC. I have a feeling that I'm grateful that Drew took my place in the Cuphead nonsense. I have a feeling I would be real shit at that game. So Drew, thank you, genuinely. From the bottom and the top of my heart. You know what? We'll just say from my butt. That seems more on brand for both of us. But the reason I'm not asking for a snick yet is because we kind of just figured out some things about phase 2, and it feels like we're still learning. Fuck me. And other than just right there, we were doing pretty good at phase 1. I did not mean to. Okay. Game's quite hard, yeah. I don't think I need to like end my week of this game by playing a different hard game. Like I'm not that much of a masochist yet. So I'll leave that to the real Souls masochists out there. Also, Drew, I have a question for you. If I were to do some sort of Fabulous Friends Friday... That's a pretty shitty name, don't worry about it. It'll get fixed in post. If I were to do some sort of Casuals Friday where I featured people's streams, what do you think would be information that you would want to share about your stream so that I could, like, promote it? Like, would it be annoying if I asked people to kind of keep me in the loop as to what game they were playing? Or would it be more... Would it be easier to just say, hey, I do soul shit and fill in the blank and never have to worry about updating it? I haven't seen any Mio yet, but we had somebody in here earlier who was talking about how fucking great that game is. I've only seen the trailer for it and it looks amazing. So glad it didn't get stomped out. You could keep me in the loop? Okay. I'm thinking of rolling that out as a Friday thing, which does mean that I would need to actually get my ass in gear and stream on Fridays. But I thought it'd be fun to just kind of like highlight friendos who stream, right? Like, and then be like, hey, what's your... I wouldn't even mind sending like a reminder to be like, hey, let me know what you're working on this week. And then like on Fridays we could have something that like either the bot could put something in chat or I could just talk about it during stream. And be like, hey, go check out so-and-so and do like little shout outs, you know? I don't know, I just thought it'd be fun to like keep on top of other streamer friends. Sorry, I don't want to be on top of you. It'd be fun to keep up with what you're doing. Keep on top of what you're doing. I've had a bad time streaming. Yeah, Amanda, what are your thoughts on that as another streamer? And also Anna, if you're still in here. Streamer of the week? Yeah, we could just have like, I thought it'd be, my concern with only doing one streamer would be that the list would get very long and it would be hard to like get the recognition everybody deserves. But if the list does get super long, to like too long to put in chat like on an hourly basis or whatever, I did consider putting like a full list of it on my website. Weekly streamer news? That'd be fun. But yeah, so like I have two websites. I have one that's a blog, rachelskirts.com, and I have another site, skirts.me, that was always meant to be more like stream related shit. So but there's nothing really there right now. Mostly it's functioning as skirts.me/discord is a redirect to my Discord. And other than that, I haven't really done much with it, but I thought it'd be really cool to do like a recap of like what to look forward to on this stream, but also like what's coming up in like the community of streamer friends and stuff like that. You have a streamer friend who has a bot shout out random pals in chat just all the time forever? Yeah, something fun like that. So Anna, we were talking about like if I did a streamer promo thing on Fridays to like highlight streamer friends, would you rather have it so that like you were able to update the information each week or each month with like what you're working on? Or would you rather it be like a static thing where you're just like, hey, I play XYZ games, come check me out? Get a green screen? I think I can make an animation and make a live studio with people moving in the background? Damn. Oh my gosh, speaking of crazy things that are smart people can do, I did get a DM from somebody about the way that I want to do stream streak notifications, where I want it to be like if you say you're on a 25 stream streak, and And if you redeem that little streak thing or whatever in chat, I want 25 hedgehogs to come falling across the screen or go like confettiing across the screen or something like that. So I have a DM from somebody that they're working on that for me. So I'm really fucking excited and I hope that that pans out. It seems so possible. Like I'm sure it's possible. I just don't have any of the coding skills to make it happen. I'm kind of surprised that Twitch just doesn't have like a default animation like that. But I think it'd be cool. So if you have a 5 stream streak, you get 5 little hedgies, and if you have a 100 stream streak, you get 100 hedgies, until it just becomes like the entire screen is just taken up with hedgehogs. I think it'll be really fun. Yeah, but I don't have the skills for that, so I mentioned it in collab stream or something like that. Am I really that surprised? No comment? I love that we all have different skills that we can bring to this community. I think my skill is clean butts. And note-taking for RPGs. Apparently that's my new skill that I've just unlocked today! Jiminy Christmas. Okay, fire, 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 fire. It's about to get hot. It's getting hot in her. So keep on all your clothes. I'm getting so hot. I'm gonna fight my boss off. That was terrifying. Also terrifying. Fuck you. I was trying to see what my health was, and you made me burn. I fucked up, I fucked up, I fucked up. Each moving object in JavaScript takes a toll on the CPU. Some with a 250 stream streak would destroy your FPS. What if it was just overlapping duplicates of like sets of 20? I know you're saying that 20 fucked it up already. Surely there's a way to do this. Do I have to mail people fucking 250 hedgies in the mail to celebrate? Because I think that's going to be illegal. You can't even own a pet hedgehog in like multiple places, countries and states. Good. I don't actually know how this person is planning to pull that off, for the record. I'm thinking, but while I'm thinking we can boss fight, we don't have very much time in stream left, and I want to make progress. Fuck off. We got a stagger and we got a phase 2. I was jumping, I swear. The way to do it, but it's a bit advanced. Like there are tests out there like the fish tank and it can easily do like 30,000 moving objects. Okay. If the person who's currently working on this can't figure out how to do this, I might end up sliding into your DMs about it, Mina. And if you decide you don't want to take on the task of the Hedgie army, that is also a-okay. No butts will be hurt in the process. Okay, well at least one of our problems is gone. Whew! Yeah, 07's in chat. We're really making an effort on this last judge, I swear. If we don't get it this stream, I think we'll get it next stream for sure. Which, like, I don't know how many more video, like, I don't know how many more VODs I can upload where it's just, like, me dying to the same boss for 4 hours. I feel like I need to put a little apology. Fuck you. Fuck. Okay, well we made it to phase shit. Thought I was out of the way of that. I clearly wasn't. Okay! Not sure you can do it. I have an idea of how it's done. Did try and CPU test using colliding waves. Interesting. Tomorrow can be lock-in day. You did make a ton of progress learning it though. You should have a big ol' yap session since you haven't been here in a minute. Yeah, well, it's kind of always a big ol' yap session to be fair. I stream because I like talking to my friends. And then there is just kind of a video game in the background. But yes, we did have quite a few like extended me standing still in the boss room, absolutely not doing any bossing. Tell you what, I'll be glad when we're in an area that doesn't have those fuckers anymore. I tell you what. Okay. Dreamlight Valley just runs on Debian. I still is that the one we were talking about in an earlier stream, Mina, that I need to check out? Dreamlight Valley. I don't think I wrote that down. I see. I have, because it is on Switch, I have been playing Animal Crossing more because the DLC. Dreamlight Valley. It's everywhere? Okay. But now that I'm using my Switch more, I am, like, more likely to play a game offline is, I guess, where I was going with that. Because otherwise, I don't take the gaming PC that's down here in the basement. I will never touch that unless I'm here for stream. Because it's cold as shit down here, and it's not fun. And then I don't really have that many games. I don't have any games on my Mac, actually. Oh, that's the mom from the Rapunzel movie, right? Level her up so you can unlock more quests. I forgot how to say her name, so I'm avoiding it. Tangled, rather, is the name of the movie. Shit! Ow. Too many Christmas? You don't usually jump twice in a row. That was rude. Okay, phase 2. It's about to get hot in her. I forget about that. You just jumped on me. Just jumped on me. Alright, we got time for one more attempt. Let's go. Let's fly like the wind. No yaps. I got so excited about flying like the wind that I fucked up the literal only jump in this. In this room. Good. Also, thank you for the follows today. I did see them. And they are anonymous. So you can lurk. But they are still appreciated. Last attempt of stream! Let's go! And then we get to come back and do it again tomorrow! You. Okay, phase 2, fired. We got this. I landed on the boss's fucking spiky head. I think Mina and Hadva were both talking about Dreamlight Valley being really fun. I can't remember who the other person was, but we had 2 people who were psyched about the game and said it was really, really fun. So, I've never played, but I will definitely report back. But yeah, if Mina's got any thoughts. Try to pick in games. Let me go look. Let me go look. Oh, that's so cool. Also, Mina, your character is beautiful. Also, we got cat ear twinsies, sort of. What an amazing. I love that you get to like just take selfies. That's so cool. Yeah, like it came so highly recommended to me, Thread, that I'm gonna check it out. The only photo feature there is can't take pictures without them being selfies. That's hilarious. I guess maybe that's the well, I guess you can take screenshots on pretty much every device. I was gonna be like, that's the fun part about playing it on a Switch, because you can just hit the screenshot button, but like, you can screenshot other devices, bitch. That's me talking to me. Alright. I don't know if you ever find it funny how dumb you can be. I sure do. Good stream. Getting her to stage 2 consistently. Yeah. And we're learning the stage 2 moves. Like, that was the struggle with the last time we were doing this, is that I just didn't have enough time in stage 2 to actually learn anything, and I feel like we're actually having some time there, which feels really cool. So again, we are streaming tomorrow. Normal stream time, not collab stream time. So like 12:30 Eastern to 5:30. Although I'll probably be late. It's classic. Will I fix that at some point in 2026? Sure. We gotta fix the headaches first. But that will do it for today's stream, only because I have some very delicious dinner that's waiting for me, and my hungry butt wants to eat it. Should I find somebody that we could raid out to, though? That'd be a nice thing for me to do. Someday I'm gonna raid us into the Bob Ross art channel, where it's just Bob Ross 24/7 doing art. Oh, we were just talking about E33 earlier, so you know who I haven't rated in a hot minute? We haven't rated Lemons in forever. I apologize that I've gotten sniffly, by the way. It's the end of stream, so I'm getting really fucking cold in this basement. Also, there's gonna come a day when I accidentally ban my own bot instead of copying the raid message. Okay, we're gonna have some sip-tastic raid messages today. For anybody who's not subscribed, you can use the second one. It's just standard emotes. And we're gonna go raid When Life Hands You Lemons, who is currently playing through Clair Obscure Expedition 33. I will try not to get myself spoiled, but honestly, it's gonna be so long before I actually get to play this game that I don't think I'll remember anything about it. When Life Hands You Lemons. The thing with long usernames is I'm always afraid I'm going to type them incorrectly for the raid. We got there! Okay. Thank you for stream. This was delightful to be back. I have missed streaming so much. Really glad we got to do some Silksong today. Thank you for the massive amounts of encouragement as we work on this boss fight forever and ever and ever and ever. And yeah, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow for some more, and it'll be great, and we'll all have passports and clean butts, and it'll be beautiful. I think that's it. So 6-7, I love you. Bye.